What's up, YouTube? This is Buckshot33, aka Boston Chris, back with a brand new video. This is a supporting the comic community video, tag video that was started by Undisputed Frost because of a video that was made by Seeking Neiman Comics, where I guess he was having some hard times with a just some negativity at a local shop with a guy that I guess goes there and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's kind of weird that people get so personal and take this to places where, you kind of get negative about it and everybody gets mad. I just look at it where it's just, I came into this. I mean, I've been doing this, a comic fan, since I was 5 years old. I got my first books from my aunt and my uncle for Halloween. And then kind of would get them for a while through like holidays and Christmas, Easter, and Halloween from like my parents, stuff like that. My dad used to kind of pick up stuff on his way to work when he would go to the store to pick up his lunch. He worked nights, and so what would happen is that sometimes he would see a book on the newsstand and just pick it up. So I was born in the 80s, and so I'm a child of the 80s and 90s, and it's just like, there's a lot of different stuff I picked up, and a lot of stuff that I liked, and, just kind of going to be quick and show some books and everything like that. So for me, my style, the way I collect, I collect what I like. I don't really worry about what other people are collecting. I'm not really just going to sit there and try to break it down and do something because other people are doing it. I try not to do that, and there's nothing wrong with that. I guess everybody kind of needs a barometer of what to do and how to go about it. For me personally, I pick up books based on a couple of different things. There's people that collect in a lot of different ways when it comes to this community. Some people collect runs. Some people collect just keys. Some people collect variants. Some people collect art. Some people collect slabs. Some people collect signatures as far as signed books. Some people collect all these sketches and things like that. Nothing wrong with any of that. There's nothing wrong. Some people collect just statues, Funko Pops, action figures. Nothing wrong with any. That's all great. You know what I mean? Some people collect just DC. Some people collect just Marvel. Some people collect just Indie. Some people collect just Image. Fine. Some people collect stuff that, it's just back issues. Some people collect things that are so rare that really it's just like, it's not really something that people, it's so underground that people don't even really know about it. You have to come across it just randomly. Some people collect just Golden Age, just so, you can go and break down every little, segment of collecting down into a million different pieces over and over and over again. And there's nothing wrong with any one bit of it. You know what I mean? It's just something that people do. And I'll just show off some books. I'm a big fan of G.I. Joe. It's what I grew up with. It's what I love. It's one of the runs that I want to, complete at some point, just because for affordability's sake, I can do that. I think that this is one that I can actually afford to get, unlike trying to collect all of Batman, all of Spider-Man, all of Iron Man, all of, Green Lantern, all of, Superman. There's some runs you just can't, I can't collect. I know I'll never make enough money because I'm not a millionaire. But here we go. Get the first Storm Shadow here. So good stuff. A lot of different good stuff here. But for me, I know a lot of us, we collect on a budget. Some budgets are great, some budgets aren't, and also another run, Transformers. So here's, just some of the Transformers books that I own. It's not all of them, just a little sample of the books I have. But, again, another run that I can collect, I think, affordably without any problems. Here you go. Get, number 3. This is, get Spider-Man appearing in a Transformers book. That's pretty cool. But, just look at it, just a bunch of different stuff. As a kid, I outside of the actual comics that I used to get, from, when I started collecting on my own, I became a bigger X-Men fan just because I was given a book. Let me see. It's not this one, but I was given X-Men, 1991 series. So this isn't the book. This is X-Men number 4. I get X-Men number 2. I got this for 50 cents. a couple weeks ago. So definitely a cool book to have. First appearance of Omega Red. But, I was a huge X-Men fan, and I missed a lot of stuff being young in that time because a lot of stuff came out before I was born, and or just I didn't have the money for it. So I'm going back and I'm trying to collect, the John Byrne run, and just some Uncanny X-Men that I had missed over the years. So, right there. But, in general, when it comes just down to this type of stuff, it's all for fun. It should be all for fun. It should not be anything that you stress over. It should not be anything that, you're going to get mad about. It should not be anything that, you have people that, are going to just really not like you over this type of stuff. Just so it's comic books. It's just collecting. And, there's some spawns. I have most of 1 through 100. That's a run I'd like to complete as well. But, just fun books. I just have fun with it. I collect what I like. Now, I know a lot of people like to, they like to collect lots of different things. Like, some people will tell you, I think that a lot of times when it comes to people coming into this, coming onto YouTube and coming into a community like this, you see a lot and you hear a lot. And what I mean by that is just that everybody comes in with their own experience. Everybody comes in with their own, just kind of background of what they've collected, how they do it, and everything like that. And you meet a lot of people that collect differently than you, which is great. That's a great thing. That's one of the things that makes this fun, is to kind of come in and find out, hey, I have all these issues, or I collect this type of thing, and then having somebody say, well, if you're a big fan of, the Green Lantern, then maybe you should pick up this one. Or if you like comedy books, pick up this guy too. Like, this is a pretty fun one. Like, if you like, if you're a big fan of Spider-Man, maybe you'll like, Daredevil. Maybe you like this. Maybe you like that. It's just like that's what a lot of times you end up finding out, is that people have different tastes and they kind of steer you in different directions based on what you like. But I think that because of the movies and because comics have become such a popular thing nowadays, I think you have a lot of people that are kind of trying to dictate to others how they should collect based on how they collect. And there's nothing. It doesn't mean anything. Like, it shouldn't be like that, where it's just like you can't collect the way that you want to. No, that's bullshit. You collect what you want, how you want. Don't let anybody tell you what to do. Like that. That's not what this is about. What we should all be doing is really just kind of, hey man, someone likes to collect DuckTales comics. Nothing wrong with that. Collect your DuckTales comics. That's great. There's some people that just like to collect, stuff that they grew up with. There's people that are huge Power Ranger fans. Nothing wrong with that. There's people that are huge fans of, Rick and Morty. Something new that's out there. Nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? There's people that just like to collect keys, like I said before. And I'll show you a couple of the ones I have. Nothing. I don't have anything super spectacular, but Second Punisher, pretty cool. First Kilowog, really cool. Here's an indie key. Usagi Jimbo #1. Not his first appearance, but his first actual solo book. Pretty cool. And then, I have a couple that I'll show you a bigger key right now. Just one that became a bigger key that, initially, like, here's one. It's not a huge key at all, but this, shot up in value because of the movie. It's probably come back down by now. But, this is the second appearance of Deadpool. Here you have the first appearance of Deadpool. I got this back in the day when I was like 17 for $7. It just, back when I was 17, it was 1999. Nobody was caring about this. Like, this actually ended up being, because it was in good condition, it was a $7 book. But, if you go back in the day, this wasn't the really expensive one either. 87 was the one that everybody was chasing after. So, let a few more years go by, those used to be in dollar bins. I used to see those all the time. And you know what? Speaking of dollar bins, here's some stuff that nobody would care about whatsoever. but it's just fun to have because some people just like collecting out of dollar bins. WCW comics. I got these for $0.10 a piece from a shop that was closing in my local area when I was about 13 years old. Because the shop owner was a politician, and he just opened it thinking he's going to make some money, and didn't care about it. And it was still doing good. It was still making some money, but he just decided that he didn't want to deal with it anymore. So he closed the shop down, and this is before eBay, so he didn't have the option to sit there and just unload and get what he probably should have gotten for it. He just decided to liquidate and everything that, just mark everything way, way down. And so people just took everything, I don't have many graded or slab books, but I do have this one. This was given to me by Kirby's Comics back in the day, my first act of kindness. And, really fun, cool book to have. You know what I mean? Back cover and everything. Because I'm a big Wolverine fan. You can tell by my shirt. You know what I mean? But I don't have a ton of these because I can't afford them, to have tons of them slabbed and everything, but it's still cool. The people that, get books slabbed, that only buy slabs, perfectly cool, because they like to display them like that, and that's perfectly fine. Like I was saying before, some people like to get sketches and stuff. Here's one I got a couple of years ago by Phil Jimenez. Really cool guy. Met him at Boston Comic Con. Super awesome, nice guy. Did a great sketch, you know what I mean, of my favorite villain, Thanos. I asked him, really cool. Some people just collect new books. There you go. Some people just can't be bothered to go back and care about them. Like there's a guy who goes to my local shop, and it's funny because like a lot of people just like cringe. He gets his new books every single month. He'll get his new books, and like he reads them in the store, and he only gets like 2 or 3 of them, and so he'll just sit there, read them in the store, crunch them up, put them in his pocket, and walk off. Because for him, he's all about the story. He's not about the value. He doesn't care about that. Some people, love collecting variants. Here's one. There's not nothing key about this. I just like that Scotty Young does really cool art. So I pick up his stuff when I can. That's affordable. But, some people like doing that. I actually personally love hunting in dollar bins because you never know what you're going to find. I found some good stuff in dollar bins, 50-cent bins that haven't been in bad shape. I found G.I. Joe #1 in a $2 bin, and it was in perfect condition. No one cared about it. No one knew about it. And I found that, was it 2 years ago? And that, you look on eBay. That book commands a price, especially if it's a first print. But, like I said, there's nothing wrong with like how people collect. A hobby is a hobby. And like I said before, hobbies are about fun. Doesn't matter what the hobby is. I don't care if you collect stamps. I don't care if you're a musician. I don't care if you're an artist, if you're into drawing, painting, sculpting, if you like just playing basketball, if you love playing sports, if you like, I don't know, if you like reading, if you like writing, if you like building stuff. It doesn't matter what the hobby is. You gotta have fun with it and just understand it's your hobby. It's your hobby. Even though you share, what you do with other people, and people are gonna have opinions, and people are gonna think different things. Doesn't matter. It's your hobby. You do it the way you want to. Okay? And if it becomes stressful, and if it becomes something that makes you mad, or if it becomes something that just upsets you, maybe you need to take a step back. Nothing wrong with that. Take a break. Sometimes you need to take a break because you burn out. Sometimes you lose interest. It's all right. Nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? We all have points where we jump off. I've done it a few different times as a comic collector, as a comic fan. While I was in college, I jumped off for a while because I didn't have a lot of money. And then just at certain points, there's just nothing that interests you. You walk away from it. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. Just everybody needs to understand that this community, that this what we do here on YouTube, is just come on, show our collections, learn from one another, interact, and have some fun. If it's getting to the point where it's not fun for you, then maybe you should step away. But it's all about fun, and again, like I said before, it's your hobby. I don't care how you look at it. I don't care what anyone tries to tell you. It's your hobby. You make it the way you want to do it. If you want to collect just dollar bin issues, and that's fine. I know a guy who does it. His name is Grimland. This guy goes to yard sales, goes to local shops, all types of stuff, just to collect whatever. Doesn't matter what it is. It's cheap. He gets them. He reads them. He loves them. That's it. And he's one of the happiest people I've seen in this community. Like, he just loves comics. You know, he's just in it for the story. If you just like, you know, if you like indie, I give you a few people. I'll give some shout outs to some channels that you know you need to check out if you like these different things. If you like just indie comics, Rob WiseGuy82 and Mark Widemoff. Those guys have crazy knowledge when it comes to indies. You know, if you like Funko Pops, you need to go to Contender. He's got a great collection of Funko Pops. Knows all about them, all about the rare ones, all types of stuff. Airborne Sapper Comic Fan, tons of Funkos. You know, really knowledgeable guy. And Spectacular Spider Grandpa. Guy knows his stuff. He has a segment on Blast of the Stash It called Shut Your Funko Mouth, where he goes over all the new stuff coming out, you know, what's rare, where it's going to be at, where you can get, you know, all this, just anything you want to know about Funkos that are coming out. And if you hit him up and talk to him about just, you know, his knowledge on like rare and older stuff, he can point you in the right direction of where to go to try to find stuff. Like he's really knowledgeable about that type of stuff. If you like statues, watch you know, Comic Book Fanatics. Go back and watch a lot of their old stuff. You know, Marty likes to show a lot of the the old statues that he got and everything, you know, hot toys, stuff like that. Same with Ray Jr. Ray Jr. will show you a bunch of different stuff, really cool all over the place. But, you know, in the end, you know, like I said, go out there, expand, explore, check things out, and just have fun with it. That's the main thing that you can do with this. Just have fun. Don't worry about what other people collect. Don't let no one tell you how to collect. Just have some fun with it. That's what I do. Collect what you love, have fun. Anyway, this has been Buckshot33, aka Boston Chris. I'm out. Support the community, support each other, respect each other, and just collect what you love and have fun. Main rule, have fun. Have a good night and a great weekend. See you later.